This is the Negro Ninja, and I got some more Negro observations. That goes with my point about bitches being trolls. Because I was at the park not too long ago. I just got back, and I was just doing my typical stuff as usual. I had a good time. Chicks doing the usual stuff. I got to see up on this lady's, dress or whatever. She was a mature white lady that I would wish to lay my penis on. She one of them type of dreams that you always wanted to do that shit too when you first saw MILF porn in 2005. Okay, so she let me see up under her skirt or whatever. So I'm just like, okay. And then of course the people that she with, like them white men is very, very cautious about stuff. So he sent something. Y'all ready to leave? Okay. I'm like, don't be trying to hate. Okay, I'm trying to get me some old pan pizza. Stop hating. Okay. So so then I just continue going on. Typical stuff happened, more chicks as usual. I'm enjoying the time, the aura. And before I knew it, there's this chubby chick that's hot, like similar to the chick that I showed y'all in the last part story I was talking about. Except her stomach, she was black. Her stomach wasn't sticking out like that. So she was clearly going for the BBW look where she got the curves to make sure her stomach wasn't hanging out. Not sloppier than that. She would have been a fairly decent lady. And I'm just minding my own business and I just sensed something. I'm like, there better be a girl up there because I don't just like the look, you know what I mean? Because I be going through so much shit. I got to make confirmation that it's a chick. Okay. So someone's telling me to look, and I'm like, it's kind of dark over there. Okay. And I just see her do stuff to get my attention, but I won't really commit it until I can guarantee that's a woman. Turned out it was a woman. Okay. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she get more lively or whatever. So when I basically register, because when you're looking at somebody, whether you're looking at them or not, it's very but like when you know it's a chick, it's different when you look. Let's just say that. So when I register, oh, that's a chick. So the aura kind of changed, like a little bit or whatever. So that then prompts this lady to get up all the way from over there and just walk. So she just came to walk, and I'm like, oh, she about to approach me. But what she did was literally go halfway. Like you can't make this shit up. I really wish I could show y'all what I'm talking about with scenery from the park. But she just kind of was halfway. Okay, and she probably figured that I was going to be stretching still, but I was pretty much done with it. So I'm like, you can walk all the way over here, but you can't walk up here and tell me what's up. That's some trolling shit. Now, what makes this even more trolling is the fact that she parked right beside me. What the fuck are the odds? This shit happens too goddamn much for this shit to be a coincidence. Okay, and that's how I know the city itself is trolling your boy. Okay, because principalities is above this shit. Like different cities, they fuck with you in different ways. Like Atlanta they want certain dudes to be a rainbow zombie. Okay, but for people to be like, "Oh man, you need to go to a different city." Now, there's truth in that, but at the same time, you still got to be careful because I remember hearing people talk about that monitoring spirit and the narcissist spirit, and she was like, "Yeah, man, I go to a different city, and it's like they're waiting for me when I get off the plane." So it's not quite that simple. You got to know where to go to, and you have to you know just basically constantly stay prayed up so you don't so shit like that don't come at you like that. This shit ain't natural. It don't make any sense. Okay, I can't tell y'all how many times a chick will be flirting in the store. They'll follow me around the store. It turns out that they park beside me, and even if I did say something, they'll still be bullshitting. So I'm like, so what are the odds of you parking right beside me? Okay, but these hoes are just trolls. Okay, hoes are just trolls. Now you just got to stop and think about this. And I know a lot of people can relate to this. Read the Reddit stories. They um you just got to think about this type of shit. Okay, I want to read y'all this Instagram post I made. I said, in my opinion, it makes more sense for men to be more cautious about the women he is around. Hold on, yeah, it makes more sense for men to be more cautious about the women he has around him than it is for a woman to be cautious of the man she keeps around her. Okay, and I'm gonna break that down after I said, men simply have more to lose. Chicks will attach themselves to men and leech or waste his time. They constantly waste men's time more than they waste girls' time. And I did a video about this a long time ago, but I'm gonna just give y'all some other points. And it's like I said, just think about this. Chicks can easily find men that will love them. Okay, they can easily do so. They will always get rewarded. When they find dudes that don't love them, they just retarded. All right. What type of bitch are you to just pick something that is completely the opposite of what loves you? So that's their fault. Okay. But a dude got a lot to go through. You got all this, because we got more to lose because we're in the image of God and our energy is the most precious. Okay. This only applies to straight men. You should be a straight person watching. Otherwise, why the fuck are you here? Because you're going to be offended later on, nigga. It's coming. Okay. So, you just stop and think about that. And men go through so much. Okay. You just constantly you liking women and they're not really doing what they're supposed to. They're giving you the illusion, so you think they like you, but they just going through the motions. They drones at this point. Or they might treat you bad, so you just like this chick. She can give a fuck less about you. Then when you see a chick that's not acting like that, she still don't give a fuck, but she acting nicer. So you might even get attached to that bitch. You see what I mean? Like it's a lot to go through. You gotta be very careful. Okay, that's just like the same concept as narcissists being attracted to empaths. Because half the time the empath is so abused and annoyed and shit, they just constantly fucking with them. That all it really takes is for people to just pretend to be your friend. That's why a lot of them niggas, that's how narcissists get in so good with empaths. Anybody cool until they start fucking with you. Okay, and then when they start fucking with you, you see their character the whole time. You see what I'm going with them? Okay, so these hoes are just, the basic definition of the energy vampire, which is how they act on a normal basis. Okay, how they act on a normal basis. And while we're talking right here, there's a whore that was responding to me on a Reddit post. She says, "What's with the name?" And I started to just say something. I said, "What's with your name?" She's like, "It's just my name, but what's with the name?" And I started to tell her, and I had to edit it. I said, "Look, if you really want to get to know more about me, and if you're an attractive woman, then here's my email, negroninja@yahoo.com. Okay. And what's with the channel?" I said, refer to the previous comment. Then she talks to me on another comment that I made. So what's with the channel? I said, if you really want to know, then, what email? Basically just a trolling bitch. Now, this is the thing right here. Because this is how women do for real. Like, even outside of this shit right here. They'll just roll up on you asking 1,000 questions. Like, a woman will talk to you whenever she feels as if you're worthy. You're worthy of my attention. I'm interested in knowing things that I shouldn't really be knowing, but want to know anyway. Okay. And they'll talk to you. And then when you get their phone number, they ain't got shit to say. You add them bitches on social media, they ain't got shit to say. Like hoes following me on Instagram, some of them bitches do not talk. A bitch just followed me earlier. And I was trying to talk to her, seen. And what the fuck is your problem then? I don't like bitches doing that type of shit. You don't follow a motherfucker and not say nothing. Just ignorant. That's why I'm saying niggas gotta be very careful. Okay? You have to be very careful. Then I remember reading this Reddit story, well, listening to this Reddit story about people talking about witchcraft or something. This bitch was saying that she was working in the store that sold crystals or whatever the fuck. Okay, actually, was it a dude? I can't remember who said it, but point is, he said this bitch always walked up there. I think it was a dude because only women do that shit to dudes usually. They just want to talk to you. He was like, if there's anybody that's the definition of an energy vampire, it's her. She will just stay there and she'll just talk to you. Just will not leave after she buy her shit. Okay, she just won't leave. Okay, and that's I'm telling you, they just do shit like that. They never talk to you when it could benefit you. Like when it's a place to be alone where y'all can bond and shit. Cause she don't want to take this dick. Okay. And the reason why she don't want to take the dick is because it benefits you for her to take it. Okay. Like I said, just like how I'm always saying, hoes try to make sure they don't get attached. This is a war. This is spiritual warfare. These bitches are retarded. Like I said, they don't waste nobody's time like they can waste a man's time. They don't follow women to waste their time. I bet you $5. If you hear about a woman complaining about a woman wasting her time, I bet you can count on your fingers. You're not going to just hear chicks complain about women wasting their time. You're not going to do it. I'm 34 years old. And I cannot recall a story to where a bitch was saying this shit. My 34 years of living, it's always been dudes saying the same shit, and I'm talking about right here. Hoes are a waste of motherfucking time. Okay, like I said, they only do this to certain types of dudes. They do this to dudes with the most to offer usually. That's not to say that they won't waste the ain't shit niggas time. They'll probably do it in a different way. Okay, but like I said, there's a reason for nice guys finishing last and shit. Okay, there's a reason for that. Okay, these bitches are retarded. Okay, they are retarded. Let me see what else I got. Like the awkward hoes, you know, them the ones I despise the most. Them shy, awkward bitches. I made another post about them hoes. Hold on. First, I said women are notorious for attaching themselves to men and being useless. Because you know, a woman will attach herself to you and just don't act right. They notorious for that shit. Okay, you know, you're not basically calling them energy vampires. And that really is it. They are the prime, like just a woman's everyday behavior. The average woman's everyday behavior. They might as well just put woman next to that definition. Energy vampire, a female born between. You know, they should basically say that shit. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, and then it goes to this point right here. Why they got to play so many games? There's a reason why they play these games. They not trying to fall in love yet again. And like I said, here's the technique of why they do it. I'm gonna just use another Instagram post I did. The easier the woman is, the easier it is for a man to love her. Okay, man really despises a woman that he puts a lot into and only get a little bit from. That's why these dudes be dogging these hoes when they leave them. And like I said, sometimes they'll play the same game to every dude, and some dudes just ain't about shit and never fuck you up. Okay, just think about the song from Linkin Park, "Lying My Way from You." I pretend that who you want me to be, cause I'm lying my way from you. I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go. Now that right there is how the whole thinks. Let me take back my life. That's how the whole thing in that verse right there. Okay. I wanna be all alone, anywhere on my own, so I can say the very worst part of you is me. And that's the worst part of niggas is these hoes. Okay. Now get into the part where he just talking like, remember condescending talking who I ought to be. Remember listening to all of that and this again. So I pretended up a person who was fitting in. And now you think this person really is me. And I'm trying to bend the truth. Okay. And that's the man's part right there. That's how these dudes are. They get steady relationships with these hoes that she just loves so much. Or enough to commit to better. Because that's a form of submission. Okay. I pretend enough a person. So let me not be myself and just be a person that fits in. Okay, and people get tired of being fake. And that's the consequences that you hoes have to deal with. And that's what happens when you reward good for hold on, what's the saying? Let me look this up. Like I said, it's so dumb that anybody would do this that I ain't even and I looked this up so many times that I still don't really remember how it sounds because it's just mind boggling. That's what happens when you reward evil for good, you dumb bitches. Okay, you dumbass hoes. That shit, they're crazy. But like I said, they're trolls. Okay, they acting up. It's just a woman acting up, so a dude won't love her. You know, they making it hard to love. It ain't like I said. You put a man next to a woman. Okay, they will easily love each other if there was if it was some shit going on. Okay, to where everything worked in a perfect way. And if they was not compatible, there would be no type of and there would be no type of hatred towards one another. What will happen is they'll just interact normally, you know, and then they'll just find somebody else. There just won't be no hatred nowhere. Okay, but a hoe would just sit up there and like if she didn't like a dude, okay, then the games won't even happen. Okay, that's something I noticed right there. These bitches are stupid, but these hoes are trolls. The more they like you, the more they fuck with you. You dumbass hoes. All right, let's see what else I gotta add. Okay, and then on top of that, the shit they do is very creepy. Because the other day there was a chick. I'm sitting up here stretching, and she wasn't my type. She was like one of those. She wasn't like obese and nothing, but she was chubby too. But you wouldn't hit that. The only thing she had going for her, like she was black. Both of these women, like the one I mentioned earlier, was black, by the way. But and you would fuck her. I promise you that one. You'll fuck her. Anybody would. Well, most people would. I ain't finna say if you were just into. I'm not into BBWs and that, but she was fuckable because her stomach wasn't sticking out and all that shit. So it was the type of look to where you can tell she hit the gym to maintain that type of look. But this chick here, she looked like she was middle age, maybe a stale look going on, and she was kind of sloppy or whatever. But I don't think she weighed as much as that chick. But there was nothing really going on for her. She didn't have shit going. The bitch looked dusty to be honest with you, but her feet hygiene was good. Now she applied it to her whole body, then that'd be on point. And she come up there and basically just sit across from me, maybe like 15 feet away, and not even doing that, just sitting there, just sitting. Just let me just imagine somebody behind you like this. That's all she was doing, just watch me stretch like that, just all into it too. And then she know which part on her look good, so she'll just basically try to walk past me when I'm stretching on the floor and shit, so I can see her feet. Which I didn't mind though, because that was the only good thing she had going for her. But for the most part, I'm easy to deal with when it comes to these hoes. Just as long as it ain't no nigga flirting me, I don't really make a big deal out of whether the chick is a bombshell or not. But it's still annoying how they do shit. Okay, still annoying. Like I said, if it was a dude doing it to a chick, he would be a creep. Okay, let a dude walk out. Oh, okay, she noticed me. Let me just walk over here and just sit here and watch her. That would never fly. Okay, it would not fly. Okay, and like I said, some dudes can be like, "Well, there was a way of approach." Like if you tell me this, just know that my opinion of you is lower now. And I might not have confronted you when you told me this, but just know that I'm just thinking like, why would you say this? I thought you was smarter than that. Come on. Like I said, this is like somebody, and this happened to me for real, by the way. Well, a woman cutting your hair and not cutting it all the way, that's a woman's way of cutting the hair. Okay, and we just have to accept that. Like, this is what happened to me. And this is why I stopped really telling them to shave my beard. I just do it myself. Okay, well, one of many reasons. I said, yeah, just cut this off. You really want all this cut off? No, I'm just going to tell you this because I don't want this to happen. Okay, so she just cut and leave a patch right here. Okay, I said, you forgot a patch. Why, I said, you got to cut this off. Well, I was tired. I've been up all day. Like, she would act like she didn't want to do the shit. So this is how these hoes is acting and all the shit I'm talking about with the approach and shit. So I'm like, you finna cut this shit off my face. Okay, bitch, that's why I came here. You have a job to do. Everybody has an obligation. When you outside interacting with people, you're obligated. Like if you treat those how you want to be treated. Unless people are doing dumb shit to you, you should not be doing dumb shit to them. So if people walking around minding their own motherfucking business, you mind your own motherfucking business. If they being nice to you, you be nice to them. That's an obligation. Okay. So these hoes be in violation. Okay, so I'm just saying, so people just telling themselves, well, that's just the way women do things. Would you accept that if she was cutting your hair and just decided to leave a patch? Let's just make your face leave this patch of hair right here, but that's okay. I can go home and do it myself. Like I said, that how that's not a respectable mindset. Okay, and she got checked on it, and she did the shit. She gave me some resistance. Okay, but she did that shit. That bitch is stupid. This shit ain't. It's just not normal. It's not healthy. Okay, that's one of the main reasons. That could be one of the many reasons why Corona is here in the first place, because of shit like that. Like I said, people will be surprised at how much karma to society is happening just because of how females act alone. Okay, and that's not even counting all the dumb shit like the dumbass demonic movies. Okay, because you got to remember that women, the half the shit they do is demonic anyway, so they're just bound to happen. Hoes out of control means the end of the world, and that's all I got to say for this rant. I'm gonna do the part two to that cop blocking video after this, and this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.